beautiful?
What was it like for you playing the first game? You obviously played Alabama. It's a big place, exciting. I mean, what was it like in comparison?
Yeah, it was an awesome environment. The band is incredible. The fans showed out, and there were a ton of them there, and that was surprising for kind of like an opening game in my eyes. But I had a ton of fun.
And you were playing your first game as a Buckeye, playing against playing next to two guys who were making their first start. There's some ups and downs. How would you kind of assess the way that the game went? Played off the line.
I mean, I'm proud of them for coming out and having their first start. I thought they did well. You kind of have those jitters. I think I can't speak to how they were feeling, but I know how I felt when I got my first playing time. There were some jitters, and you kind of have to get in the flow of that as like a young guy getting your first start. And once they got in the flow and they felt comfortable, and after those initial, jitters wore off, we played really well. No, no, I didn't have any this game.
Talked about some of those younger guys as a whole for the offensive line. How do you feel you guys did ready?
I mean, I'm not sure how many rushing yards we ended up rushing for, but there's always yards that were left out there. There was a lot of plays that were one block away from being huge runs, and we just got to keep working on correcting those one-offs.
So you got with what happened throughout camp with the illness and then Donnie missing some time. How much do you think you guys have actually had the first team together for any extended period of time?
We haven't had a ton, but that gives a bunch of guys reps and working with each other and kind of just working through the communication, how some people see it and how other people see it. So it's kind of an advantage. It helped us build a ton of depth and a lot of chemistry with guys that we might have not had the opportunity to play with.
The flip side, I guess, you're developing chemistry with a lot of guys. You've been playing college football at a high level for a long time. What's the value of getting 5 where you know what that chemistry is like?
Especially with how long the season's going to be, it's not going to take 5. It's going to take 6, 7, maybe 8. Hopefully not 8, but it could. So I think it's invaluable that we had those experiences together. The first 5 have to be able to do it, and the first 6 or 7 have to be able to do it too.
Seth, you mentioned being like one block away on some of those runs that have been huge runs in your career. Like, how long does it take for an offensive line to convert that and not be just one block away? Is it just kind of a randomness with every season, with every team?
It's kind of randomness. We just have to keep going, and sometimes when you miss one block, it's kind of like, oh crap, I knew I was supposed to do that. It's just a matter of doing it. I don't really know.
Does it feel close though?
Yeah, I mean, the way the guys approach each day to prepare for the game, I think we're getting closer to that. And it's game 1. We got a few good games to really work on that and iron out our technique and our chemistry.
What it sounds like and it seems like, watching you guys too, is it's a lot of coachable things and a lot of things that can be addressed in the film room rather than just guys getting beat. Is that how you would assess it as well?
It's just guys. I mean, we're coached to do. We have the techniques. We have the toolbox to do it. It's just a matter of doing it.
What's it like having Will being so evasive as a quarterback, just being able to escape a sack when he needs to make plays on the run as a passer? What's that like having a quarterback like that?
Yeah, it really helps. It definitely helps the offensive line look better. When you got a guy that, that's so experienced like that, being able to avoid the rush. As long as you're playing hard, you have faith that the guys back there is not going to get sacked. So if you just keep blocking through the echo of the whistle, good things will happen for the O-line.
How do you think you played?
I think I played decently well for it being the first game, but the good thing is there's a ton of things to work on. It's definitely not a finished product for any guy on the O-line, but there's definitely a ton to improve.
You had no problems with the snaps. The one time you double clutched it, you were upset with yourself for that, right? What happened on that play?
It was just a matter of communication thing. Yeah.
For you, how have you felt your command and leadership expressed in that first game? Are you where you want to be with that and I guess coordinating the protections and everything as well too?
From a leadership standpoint, I'm challenging myself to be the guy that somebody can emulate. I've had leaders in the past that'll just yell, say, hey, we got to go harder, but he's not the one going the hardest. So I'm really just trying to put an emphasis on that for myself. Be the guy that people can emulate, and when I say something, I want it to mean something. So I have to put myself in the position to have that role. It was awesome. The Skull session was awesome. I walked in there and I was just, so grateful to be here. I started tearing up at the how exciting everything was, and it's a blessing to be here, and it's a blessing to be in this environment and seeing all the fans walk into the stadium. It's incredible. It's definitely motivating. If a guy that's, I'm not sure how much he weighs, maybe 220, whatever. When a guy like that can do it, hopefully guys that are 300 pounds can do it. I didn't see it. They ran an internal stunt, and I was blocking the linebacker this way. All of a sudden, I hear yelling, and I was like, what the heck? Because he got up and started screaming. But running backs that can be involved in protection like that, it's big. After 3 or 4 of those pops, those linebackers aren't going to be coming in and running down, trying to get the quarterback. They're going to be like, oh, crap, where's the running back at? I got to avoid him before I can get to the quarterback.
Seth, thank you very much.
I appreciate y'all.